right, we're back, fight fans. It's Barak, Fight Nation at DAZN. And as we said before break, we have one of the hottest young fighters in the sport today. I call him a future world champion, even though he's in the hottest division in boxing today. It's a pleasure to have Mr. Vergil Ortiz on the line with us. Welcome, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Man, listen, Barak and I were just talking about like the potential that you have in the ring, and the fact is that you are in a division that has a ton of talent, a lot of great fighters in there. How do you feel about that? As far as like, it's not like you're talented, but you're definitely not in a division that's going to be an easy win for any of the titles. So you're walking a hard road. How do you feel about being in that division?
You know what? It'll be way rewarding than fighting in a division that has no competition. If I was in a division where it was easy to get a title, then it wouldn't mean a lot to me. In the amateurs, I fought some national championships that it felt easy, but I would say the one that I was most proud of was the one where I fought 3 sharks back to back to back. And I like feeling satisfied that I fought like people who are actually really good, and I don't feel any different about fighting at 147 because 147 is one of the most dangerous divisions, if not the most dangerous in boxing.
Well, speaking about the dangerous division, the most dangerous in that division at this time, even though he just had a car accident, is Errol Spence Jr. Now, we've seen in the past fights get made online, via social media. Is that what you're hoping for? I mean, it might not have been how it started, in your mind, but do you think that maybe this might happen because of the little back and forth you and Errol Spence have on Twitter?
I don't think that'll be the reason why. I think if the fight's to be made, it's because it was meant to be made. Me and we used to train at the same gym. I used to watch him train. I've seen him get ready to go to the Olympics and fight in these tournaments to qualify. And I mean, I'm sure that I hope he thinks that I'm good enough or whatever. But
what is he talking about when he says you used to be crying in the gym? Like, did he see you, somebody hurt you in the gym, you were crying, or maybe you was a little kid, or what? What is he talking about?
I'm not sure what he meant. I've definitely, never been hurt as a kid. I was pretty much the best one in the gym. He might just be like, I don't know. The only thing that I can come up with is like, he's just like basically trying to explain how little I was when he met me. But other than that, I really don't understand.
Do you think he is the toughest man to beat in the division?
It's definitely between him and Crawford. Crawford is definitely more technically sound, but I wouldn't think he's as strong as Spence or anything like that. Doesn't have the same size, so I would say they're both the toughest, but in their own element.
But you being 22 years old with only 15 fights now, you did prove a lot, especially to me when you stopped Brad Solomon, because I always thought he was a very solid fighter, and he was in shape too at the time. But do you think you're ready for somebody like Errol Spence right now?
As of right now, you know what? I would give anyone in the 147 division a hard fight. I don't care who it is. As far as me thinking that I can beat him right now, I don't think so. But maybe in a year.
Okay. Right, so you're giving yourself time. You're pacing yourself.
Yeah, appreciate your honesty.
I'm not gonna rush myself like these other fighters. I'm not gonna call someone out that just for clout or anything like that. I genuinely think that I can beat some of these guys.
Like these other fighters, like who?
A lot of
anybody
people,
in particular?
I can't even name a lot of them, but
okay, I hear you.
Not really. Honestly, no. But I mean, there's a lot of fighters like that just like to call out names and tag people and talk crap on Twitter.
Right. So you're saying you're probably not ready right now. You're saying you'll be ready in a year, but you're not going to back down if he says something slick on Instagram or Twitter.
No, it's I mean, you just can't let things go unsaid sometimes. Like, I mean,
right.
It's that slippery slope, that you let them say something one time, they're going to keep saying it.
Yeah, so you got to stop them in their tracks. I totally got you. Now, for those just tuning in, Vergil Ortiz on the line with us, rising star in the sport of boxing. Vergil, what have you been doing with your time during this, like, global crisis that everybody's dealing with with this COVID-19. Have you been affected personally or connected to anything? Anybody has been affected from this? And what have you been doing with your time?
Not personally affected with the disease itself, but as everyone else, we have to stay home. I mean, I'm a natural homebody as it is, but I mean, I did like going out some places. I like to go out to eat and all that stuff. So it's a little depressing staying home, but I'll play like my instruments, or I'll play my games, so watch some Netflix or whatever. But there's not a whole lot I can do.
Right, got you. No, of course, indeed. Also, something else I wanted to touch on. You're part of this Saturday Fight Live series. This upcoming Saturday, as we were there when you KO'd, Mauricio Herrera. And I remember that because we actually interviewed both of you, and I remember Mauricio talking a lot of smack during that time. But what's the most thing? Well, what do you recall the most during that fight?
The only thing I recall in the fight itself is just how energetic, how much energy the arena had. Like I had never fought in front of that many people before. Being a co-main event for Canelo, it was honestly a privilege to be there. They didn't have to put me on there. That wasn't the plan, but just the fact that the co-main event got canceled and then they asked me to step up, man, I was happy.
Man, you definitely shined that day, for sure. And any plans that you have, like when boxing resumes, like as far as like, what are you telling Golden Boy, Oscar and Eric? Are there any opponents that you have in mind that you want to face as soon as boxing resumes? Anybody that you can mention?
I don't have any particular opponents for this year. This year has definitely been slowed down a little bit. As far as my next fight, I think we did sign a contract with the opponent I was supposed to fight, so I'm pretty sure that fight was just postponed. I'm pretty sure that I will still end up fighting, I forgot his name, Vargas. But after that, we really don't know. We don't know how long this thing is going to last. Hopefully it ends soon, but as far as right now, we just don't know. We really don't.
All right, so can we get a little honesty? How chubby are you right now?
How chubby? Man,
yeah.
My weight fluctuates. I go from like really low in weight to where I'm basically on track of making weight to I don't want to give a specific number, but like I might need to do some sit-ups or whatever.
But you might be able to fight Canelo. You might be able to fight Canelo or somebody.
Yeah, you be up there. You like to eat, in other words. But you're young, so you got that fast metabolism. You can make weight easily.
I make weight fairly fast.
Vergil, look, we want you to stay safe out there, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you in some big fights down the line, 2021 in the welterweight division. I think you're super talented, super exciting to watch, and we're looking forward to seeing you. So we want to thank you for taking the time to call us up and chop it up with us, man. And you and your family stay safe. Thanks, Vergil.
God bless you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right.
All right, you too, guys.
Pleasure. All right, thank you.